Welcome to iPad Pros, the show all about using your iPad to be productive and get work done. I'm Tim Chen, host of the show. Welcome back to another episode of iPad Pros. We're joined today by Ged Maheux from the Iconfactory, and we're going to dive into Tot 2, their latest update to Tot. And that should be out now as you're listening to this. If you'd like to support this podcast, you can do so over at patreon.com/iPadPros or by subscribing in Apple Podcasts. With that, here's my interview with Ged. Enjoy. Welcome to the podcast, Ged.
Hey, thanks for having me back.
Absolutely. So lots to dive into today with Tot 2. And first, before we get to that, I just want to catch up on the iPad for you. Any updates there? Are you using it any differently? You've been using the beta over the summer. Has that changed?
I updated. Yeah, I did update my iPad to 26, and I'm trying to get used to liquid glass, and that's been fun. I'll have to say, it's a challenge. It's it seems not fully baked, even though we're now really close to the end of the beta, and I'm kind of concerned about that, to be honest with you. Safari tabs are especially bad. I have a lot of trouble with that, depending on, of course, like what website I'm looking at and whether I'm in light mode or dark mode and all of that, because the content is forward. The content is the UI gets out of the way, supposedly. Yeah. So, yeah.
Do you have a favorite place liquid glass? Like, do you like it best on iPad, iPhone?
I haven't actually tried it. Yeah. I haven't tried it on my iPhone yet. I've been too scared to actually put it on my phone, which is funny because I really want the call screening feature on iPhone. I get so many stupid spam calls every day, and as soon as the phone starts ringing, I just hit voicemail. I tap the voicemail button on the lock screen, and I don't want to have to do that anymore. I don't want to even have to listen to the phone ring. I really want that feature, so I should probably just install 26 on my phone. We're probably far enough along now that I can do that. But
yeah, I'm excited for the next election season because of the better call filtering stuff, and I think iMessage also improved there with getting less of the junk in your face. Yeah. I kind of like it on the iPad for the most part. I mean, the home screen is nice, and when it works, liquid glass is really great. The problem is it doesn't always work, and sometimes it's just illegible. I don't know what to say about that. I really don't know what to say about that. I hope it gets better, but I'm not sure it will at this point. I don't know. Yeah. Has redesigning icons been a thing for you guys in Iconfactory, I'm sure? Yeah, we have. And we've done a couple liquid glass icons for clients too so far, which has been interesting and a learning curve and all of that. But it's cool. It'll get better as it goes. We learn different techniques, and I think the way to really approach it is a hybrid of liquid glass and traditional icon design, not a fully all 100% liquid glass approach. That's what I'm finding to work the best, so that some shapes stay crisp and clear and don't have that bezeled edge around them and those soft chromatic shadows that seem to make things fuzzy. Yeah. It seems like the big thing with the icons now is all the different layers, and basically, you know, making it look like for the Vision Pro, how icons are like 3D and everything's got like it's each component. And they took a lot from Vision Pro for liquid glass, evidently, and you can see it. It kind of surprises me that they did that. Vision Pro is cool and everything, but it's not the iPhone. It's not the Mac. It's also funny because the Vision Pro does not have any glass quite yet. It's just transparent or frosty. Yeah, it's not glassy. Yeah. I wonder if we'll get glass on the Vision Pro next year, liquid glass. Yeah. You would think so. So they're consistent everywhere. That's such a big deal for them. So right. And then, do you miss split or slide over and split view, or are you grown accustomed to the new windowing system? I really kind of do like the new windowing system a lot. I wish it was a little less fiddly. It seems I can grab windows from any side now, and sometimes I do that accidentally. My finger will slip and the side of a window will come in off the edge of the iPad or something, and I have to use the stoplight buttons to reset the window properly. That is a little annoying, but I do like being able to have any window put anywhere I want, at any size I want, next to any other app I want, and all of that. That's definitely, I think, the biggest part I've really liked about the new iPad 26. It's that part is very cool.
Yeah, it took a bit for me to just get over, like, I loved split view so much, but I learned, you can just throw a window, you literally just like toss it to one half the screen to like turn to a split view from that, which is fun.
Have you found a way to get back into a double, like what I usually do is I have I guess it's a split view. There's one app on one side and one on the other, but I can't bring them both back at the same time. Can you? I haven't figured out a way to do that.
Huh. I'd imagine if you're using Stage Manager, that'd be the way to do it, where you have that pair in one stage, then you go to a different stage for a different set. But if you're just using a single space thing, then probably not.
Yeah. That's been a bummer.
I am using Stage Manager more because it's the restrictions are gone, so you can have like unlimited windows per stage, so it's more usable for me now because of that. Yeah.
Maybe I'll give it another go then.
Yeah, but there are times where it's like, let's turn off Stage Manager and do it all in one place. Yeah. Yeah, and it finally got me to get a Magic Keyboard for my iPad, so that's been nice. I've got a white one from Best Buy, and they're like half off. The black ones are like $100 more. I guess I had a lot of returns for the white ones. So
cool.
Yeah. And then let's see, anything else iPad related before we dive in the top two?
Oh, I can't think of anything. I've just been enjoying the liquid glass critiques online and all of that.
You're using 11 or a 13? What are you using these days?
13, yeah. I have a 13 iPad Pro. Yep.
Gotcha.
And I did recently get a screen protector for it. I never have had that before. It's got the slight texture on it, and I really have to say I really been enjoying drawing on it with that on the screen instead of drawing right on the glass. I don't know why I didn't do this sooner, honestly. It makes a big difference now that I'm used to it. It feels like I'm actually drawing on paper instead of on glass, and I really do like it. It gives that tactile feel, and it makes a big difference when you're sketching and stuff. When I'm in Linea and I'm just drawing, I can feel the tooth of the screen protector under my Apple Pencil tip, and it's very satisfying. I really do enjoy that. I should have done it a long time ago. My wife told me, you should get a screen protector. You should get it. I'm like, I don't need it, but now that I've got it, I'm like, where has this been all my life?
Yeah, and glass,
she was right.
Your sweat, like on your hand, it'll like stick to the glass more than a screen protector. And
yeah.
I wish, the closer they can get to like that feeling of paper, the better. And I don't know if they'll have better haptics and like the screen interacting with the pencil, and I'd love more of like a nib type attachment to the Apple Pencil versus just the pointer.
Yeah, or you could get what's the super expensive stuff that Apple offers there, the coating.
Oh, I have the nano texture, and that is a nice improvement from just the standard glass. It does feel different, and it's less sticky on your hand when you're using it.
Does this got to wear out eventually, though? You would think, right?
Yeah, it's a chemical treatment. So I don't know. I'm not sure. We'll find out, I guess.
It'd be an awful expensive thing to wear out, but
yeah, and it probably depends on how much you're drawing and stuff,
right?
Versus just using it as doing less of that. I've got the Apple Care, and I got I guess I'll migrate to the Apple Care 1 once I've got like 2 years on the Apple Care plan, and then I can move it over.
Have you been following John Syracuse's epic Apple Care 1 dilemma?
It seems like the Mac you don't want to be using on if you have multiple people John's solution, I guess, would be to just everyone use the same user account, which is not really a good solution either.
Oh man, these deathly warnings he's been getting every day. You're about to expire, blah, blah, you've got to renew it, but whatever.
Well, it's great for as a Vision Pro owner, it's like instantly save $5, and then I added my 2-year-old iPhone, which would have been $10, and then my Ultra 2's on there. So, yeah. But yeah, the shared Mac family computer is not really something they planned on, I guess. Oh gosh, hopefully they get that sorted because yeah, I'd love multiple users on iPad, but that won't happen anytime soon.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah,
Apple's slow on the draw on some stuff.
Yeah, for sure. So, Tot, this was introduced. How many years ago was the original Tot?
2020.
Okay.
It's been a while.
So yeah, some 5 years later, version 2's coming out. If all goes as planned according to the App Store approvals, it should be out as you're listening to this. And I don't even know what's the is it a paid upgrade? Is it a free upgrade? Is it a separate thing?
If you had purchased one, then the version 2 will be a free upgrade.
Okay. Cool.
So if you had already bought it previously, it was free on the Mac and $20 on iOS. And the Watch app was $1.99. That's just a extra little, it's the same one for the Watch. Yeah. So previously it was free on Mac and paid on iOS. Now it's free to download everywhere.
Okay.
But it has premium features that are paid. So if you had already bought it on the iPhone, you'll get those premium features for free on the iPhone. But if you had been using the free version of the Mac, then you'll have to purchase the premium features on the Mac to get them. You can still keep using it on the Mac for free, but you just won't get those premium features on the Mac unless you purchase it there.
Gotcha. I actually really like that approach because I think for a lot of people on the iPhone, there might be a bit of a barrier. Now you can at least get the basic experience. And then from there, I'm really into this. Let me add on to it. We're
trying to expand the audience for the app, and generate a little bit more revenue at the same time. So I think it's the best of both worlds. Hopefully, we'll see.
To me that sounds right. And then does the Watch have premium? What are the premium things? Is the Watch a part of that or?
No, the Watch is still its own separate purchase. It's just you gotta buy it to get the Watch. Not everyone will want or even need or use the Watch app, but those who do want it badly and they're willing to pay a couple bucks for it. So
for sure, yeah. Text apps on the Watch are very nice. I mean, we have Apple Notes finally this year, and I love having Tot alongside Drafts to have just different buckets of text to play things.
Right. Yeah, it's good to jot down a little thought if you're on the go and you don't have your phone handy. You could just use dictation to put it in there or something.
Totally. What's the part of the premium unlocks with 2?
There's new features. One of them is text dividers, which is pretty cool. People have wanted the ability to have actual dividers within their blocks of text. So that's one of the new features. There's auto indentation of text. The app will help you to indent smart lists and bulleted lists and things automatically for you. That's also a paid feature. You get the bonus app icons. There's extra custom app icons. And also we were introducing a new thing called custom smart bullets. You previously had smart bullets to do when you created to-do lists. The app came with a set of symbols that you could use for an on and off checkbox for a to-do list, like an empty square for off. I haven't checked this. I haven't done this item. And a checked box for I've done this item. Well, now Tot 2 has the ability to customize those symbols. So you can choose any symbols you want, including emoji, for those
to-do list. So if you want a smiley face for when you completed a task and a frowny face for when you haven't completed a task, you can do that in Tot. Or maybe the poo icon for you haven't done this yet. You have to clean the bathroom and you haven't done that. But then when you did it, you get a little bar of soap and a sparkle or something like that. You can set those to-do items to be whatever you want in Tot. And that's one of the paid features too.
Nice. And I guess the dividers was probably one of the bigger things that was like requested. Like, what was kind of the feedback from the original Tots, and what was kind of the approach here with all the updates you're doing here?
Yeah, the text dividers was by far probably the biggest one that people have wanted, in the automatic indentation to help keep lists organized and indent your tabs and things like that. It's been a long time since we worked on this app, and we've been so focused on Tapestry for so long that our other apps have taken a back seat until now. But Craig got around to having time. We've freed up time. We got over this Tapestry hump and able to implement some of the things that people have wanted. And I have wanted the ability to customize the smart bullets forever. I didn't want to just limit users to the 6 that we've been giving them for years and years. I wanted to be able to choose whatever symbols I wanted, and then the addition of emoji was cool. So that's very, very fun. And I don't think anyone actually asked for that, but I think that they'll appreciate it once they start using Tot too. So there's tons of bug fixes, and iOS now also does automatic backups of your data. Mm-hmm. That was previously only a Mac feature. If you use Tot on the Mac, it backed up your text in your Tot dots for you, but it didn't do that if you just used it on iOS. And now it does. So if something goes wrong, you can revert to a backup of saved text on iOS, which is really great.
Nice. And I'm trying to remember, where did the name Tot come from?
I don't know the exact origin of it. Craig thought of it, and naming it was a big deal because, people, especially German users, have complained that in German, Tot means dead. It doesn't mean a small little thing. In English, it means a little thing. A tot of something is a little tiny something
tots.
Of something. Yeah, like tater tots.
And it reminds me a little bit of jot,
Yeah, kind of like that. It's supposed to be in that vein.
Yeah.
And that's where it came from. But of course, words mean different things in different languages all around the world. And this word happens to mean some really unusual and occasionally bad things in other languages. So yeah, and I swear we get an email from a German user maybe once a month saying, "Do you know your app means you're dead in German?" And we're like, "Yes, we know. It's too late to change the name. We're not renaming the app. You'll have to deal with it. Sorry."
Right.
But that's like one of the things we have on the website. In the Tot branding documents, it says "no longer living in Germany." So yes, we know. We know.
And the original concept of Tot remains, where it's a set number of different text documents that you just swipe through of different colors.
Right. There's 7 of them.
7. Yep. And so that remains unchanged. And how do you organize your kind of Tots, your different ones? You have like a grocery list for one of them, or how do you?
Yeah, actually, all of my dots, all of the 7 dots are fixed in my thing. I have one that's miscellaneous. I just use that for whatever I happen to need to jot down at the moment. But like my orange dot is my to-do list for the week. I have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, so on in there, and all of my to-do items broken down in that dot. And then I have one dot that is just like tech support canned replies. I have for when I'm dealing with people who have written to the Iconfactory for tech support, and they have the most common answers to the most common questions. I have another one where it's my favorite
emoticons and emoji for replying on social media and things like that. That's in my green dot and so on. So I always keep the same things in my dots usually, and I find that really handy. It's become muscle memory, and I'm used to it, and I know exactly where to look for things. Except now, like when we go to release a new version of Tot, I have to take screenshots and do documentation and the App Store screenshots and all of this. So I have to like put in fake data and all of these things in my Tot dots, and they're all messed up now. I'm gonna go back through and like clean them all back out, and that's a little bit of a first world problem, but you know.
Yeah, and then this update was designed with liquid glass in mind, but of course this is launching about a month before the big OS updates will come out. So what kind of considerations did you have for the liquid glass kind of update when this will hit?
Yeah, Craig's been doing a great job in that front because he designed it with liquid glass totally from the beginning. As soon as we got a hold of the liquid glass APIs, he started experimenting with them and finding out their limitations and the problems associated with them and all of that, and then kind of reverse engineering them so that it will still look and work properly under iOS 18, but there are some things in the views, especially in the text formatting, that it's just not possible. It wasn't coming forward from Tot 1.x. We couldn't do it in liquid glass, so we had to redesign the UI on iOS. And I think that was a good thing because it forced us to be more explicit about things. For instance, the undo and redo arrow icons are now right there in the user interface, and they weren't previously. People had no idea how to undo in Tot.
This is all gesture-based before, right?
Right, it was you shake your phone to undo, and that's totally undiscoverable. That's not a great thing. But now the undo and redo are right there, along with the text formatting. Also, too, the keyboard has an explicit control to open and close it, which is great because we added a setting now that you can say, don't open the keyboard if I just tap on the screen. Typically, when you want to type something, you tap on where you want to type and you insert the cursor and the keyboard pops up. But not everyone uses Tot like that. Some people never even edit their text dots. They have their fixed text in there and they leave it. And they just want to swipe through and reference things.
Yeah.
So there's a new setting in 2.0 that says don't open the keyboard when you tap the screen. You have to actually tap the keyboard icon to open it. So you don't accidentally start invoking text editing by a mistype or tap or something,
which can be pretty jarring on the iPhone, especially where it's just like woof, it's just half the screen.
And if you have to-do lists, it's much easier to tap an item off as done. If the keyboard isn't constantly popping up and opening, you just want to tap a button or an emoji to activate it. It's great.
Yeah. With iPadOS 26 and other updates along this update cycle, was Apple Intelligence something you guys ever played around with? Any I know there's like more developer access. I don't know if you had thoughts regarding that at all.
We have not. I don't know what Craig's plans are there. I think the liquid glass hill was enough for 2.0 to, we had enough to do just to get over that, to get 2.0 ready in time for 26 to ship. So I'm sure there's probably some Apple Intelligence things that Tot could use, maybe for suggesting things and all of that. But I don't know if Craig wants to even go there or not.
Yeah.
It's a lot of it's going to depend on user feedback. Do users want it? Do they need it? I guess we'll find out when 2.0 launches. We'll sure to get tons of feedback on Tot and find out what they would like the app to do and what they think is better than before and what is lacking than before and all of that.
Yeah, I'm super curious when the updates start hitting in the fall. What I don't have the creativity to know, like, Apple Intelligence wise, like what can you do with this thing? Where does it actually make sense versus where is it just like some marketing feature that's just there to like check a checkbox? Always put this,
It's tricky too when you have backward compatibility to take care of, because if Tot 2 point whatever has a feature that can't be used under iOS 18 or older devices, then how do you deal with that? And that adds complexity, and not only for the user but also for us. And you have to have multiple builds, you have to keep track of different features across different platforms and all of these things. So it can be challenging in that respect. That's one of the reasons why we haven't done more of that with like Tapestry and things. So.
Yeah. One of the things I noticed as far as the iPad that just Tot benefits greatly from is your 7 dots, your tots are up in the top middle of the window. Thankfully, you don't have to battle against the old window management system anymore, which had those triple dots you tap and.
Right.
Yeah, so that's a nice just benefit of this update for you guys.
Yeah, and also too with the windowing thing, you can keep Tot in the corner, just running up there in the corner of the iPad, and it's always there to reference really quickly if you want it, which is great. That part really has benefited Tot as a little scratch pad, a little notepad that is easily accessible whenever you're using other apps on the iPad. So that part really has been great, I have to say.
For sure, yeah. And I like this is weird to say, but I really like the X button you have when dismissing a window. Like you go to settings and or not the settings, where is it? The purchase page. The X button in the corner is just a very whimsical button.
No, thanks. Yeah, settings is all redesigned. Tot settings were combined into the main window previously, and now settings has its own view. It's a lot clearer and cleaner, and the purchase flow is better. A lot of the hidden things like printing your pages of text and things like that were hidden previously are now exposed, so it's easier for users to find those things, and it's just all around better. It is from the previous version.
Yeah, I really like the save text option where you have print, you have share, but there's also just save where that saves just the current Tot you're looking at.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a plain text file.
Yeah, or you can save it as a PDF, I believe, too, if you need to. So it's quick and dirty. One of Tot's best strengths is the fact that it's so limited. It doesn't have this huge file system like notes. If you want to create 100 notes and notes, you can, but then you have to keep track of them and so on and so on. Tot has 7. That's it. It is 7 and that's it. You don't get any more, you don't get any less, and that's it. So if something's important enough for you to want to save and get it out of Tot and put it in a text document or something, then you can do that. But otherwise, it's just, I'm going to put stuff in these 7 dots and that's it. And in a way, it's freeing. It's weird to say that, but in other respects, it's not, because it's all you can do. And so you learn a workflow around it and things like that.
Totally. Yeah. Is there anything you guys learned from Tapestry that you took lessons from that, was implemented within Tot?
Great question. That is a great question. Of course, accessibility is important, and exposing the hidden things, the non-discoverable things, I guess would probably be the top of the list from that for Tapestry and our other apps too. This is a big thing. People would write all the time, like, how do I undo in Tot? They just don't know. They just don't know. And after you answered that email for the 10th, 15th, 20th time, then it's like, oh, well, this is not good. It needs to get better. It needs to improve, and so on and so on. Apple assumes that people know how to do things, and they just don't. They just don't.
Shakes You Undo is such a wild thing that it's still in the OS, and on the iPad especially, it's like it might throw my iPad across the room.
Yeah, you get this huge block of glass and you're shaking it to undo, and that's just asking for trouble. You're just it's gonna fly out of your hands or something like that. So, but
Right, yeah. Well, anything else on top before we start to wrap it up?
We'll probably have a point update maybe by the time that you're listening to this, there'll sure be bugs that will need to be fixed and things, but we have some other ideas for other features that we'd like to implement too. A lot of it is going to depend again on user feedback. So, but Todd is one of those. It's a little app. It's not one of our major apps. I mean, it's funny because the people that use it love it. They really do love it, and they swear by it, and they use it like almost every day. So the people that do that, they're excited, and they're like ready for this update. And then there are other people like who've never heard of the app at all, and they've never tried it, and the barrier to entry on iOS was too expensive, and they didn't want to spring $20 just to find out they didn't like it. And they didn't have a Mac, so they couldn't try it out on the Mac side for free, and so on and so on. So hopefully now they will be able to do that and find and discover that they do like it more.
Yeah.
That's the hope and on our end anyway. So
did you ever investigate like Apple Pencil stuff and like sketching as one of the tots, or did that it is text based? It's not like you can't draw stuff in there as a.
No, you can't. We never put Scribble into tot. We found a Scribble. We did put Scribble into Linea, our sketching app, and it is lacking. Really,
you got to have really good handwriting for that to work well.
Yeah, it's frustrating. I had to turn it off really.
Yeah. When
we started implementing it, so I don't think it's all that in a bag of chips, as it were, and certainly not good enough to bother with the time and effort it would take to integrate it into an app like Tot.
No. Yeah.
Especially when you can dictate, and it's pretty damn good. So.
Yeah, dictation is surprisingly good. I've found
and it's getting better. Thankfully, it's getting better.
Yeah, I remember the days on the Mac where you had drag and dictation and all that stuff, and you had the train. It's quite a different era back then. You spent money to try to get that to work, and how slow it was.
Yeah. Autocorrect still isn't great. It still makes weird mistakes. I don't understand that at all. I don't understand how the machine learning can learn so poorly. Sometimes it's like I'll type something to my wife, and then I'll look at the screen, and it's like one long word, even though I had typed in spaces and I thought I was adding multiple words, but it's just like one long gobbledygook word. And I'm like, how is that? And it doesn't try to even autocorrect it to anything, because I don't know.
The most infuriating dictation thing I have to battle against weekly is if I'm talking to my friends with the Nintendo Switch 2, it always does TOO or TO. I have to say Nintendo Switch number 2, and it takes out number.
Yeah.
And then 2. It's like, come on, guys. This is use the context of this. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
About that, yeah.
Yeah. Don't get me started.
Oh, I know. Yeah. As far as a Tapestry, any updates there? I know you were on closer to launch, and how's the development of that been progressing?
It's going pretty good. We've been working on the native Mac version of Tapestry quite a bit, and we're trying to get that to a point where it'll be ready, hopefully sometime around where 26 is launched. Right now there is a version of Tapestry in the store for the Mac, but it's the iPad version that's emulated.
Gotcha.
And we've been doing a lot of work. Sean Heber has been working very, very hard to get the native version working more closely with what you would expect on the Mac. So, my doggy's like having a freak out. There's a dog on the street. Oh, you want to go visit? Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. Sorry.
All good.
Yeah. Probably want to go. Yeah. It's going well, but it's
there's a lot of work there. So the keyboard is especially tricky and hard to get right on the Mac. Catalyst just does not want to play nice on the Mac side. So
gotcha. Yeah. Well, anything else before we wrap it up?
I have nothing. I just want to say thanks again for letting me come on and tout our wares, as it were, and we really appreciate that. We need all the help we can to help get the word out about our apps and get the support of everyone that we can. So thank you for that.
Absolutely. So where can people follow you if you want, and then more information about Tot?
Yeah, Tot's URL, if you want to check it out and download it, is Tot, T-O-T, rocks, ROCKS.com. It's a pretty simple, easy to remember URL. It's just Tot.rocks. And of course you can get to that from the Iconfactory at iconfactory.com or apps.iconfactory.com. That's where we have a list of all of our software, including Tot. And I'm on Mastodon myself. I am Gideon M, GEDEONM, at mastodon.social. That's where you can find me online.
Excellent. And I'll link to all that in the show notes. And thanks again. Really appreciate your time today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Well, that's my discussion with Ged all about Tot. It should be out now, Tot 2, in the App Store if all went to plan. And go download it and check it out. As we mentioned earlier, it's a free download, and you'll be able to kind of get started right there. And then if you like what you see, you can do the full unlock. If you'd like to support this podcast, you can do so over patreon.com/iPadPros or by subscribing in Apple Podcasts. With that, I'll talk with everyone again real soon.